Once there was a man named Jesse who had 8 sons. 3 of his oldest sons decided it was time to go to war. Their names were Elab, Abinab, and Shammah. Their youngest brother David also wanted to go, but he was too small to go to war, and his father forbid it. And so the 3 brothers went off on their journey to Philistine, and David stayed behind to watch the sheep. Jesse was worried for his 3 sons at war, and sent David with food to go and check on them.
Go to your brothers. Bring them this food. I am worried about them. Report back to me on how they are.
David got there. He saw a huge giant named Goliath. Goliath fought for the Philistines. It was their champion. David noticed that all the Israelite soldiers were too scared to fight Goliath. He thought, I am brave enough. Brothers, how are you? Father sent for me to check on you. Who is that giant out there? Also, Father tells me to bring you an orange. Why are you so scared of this monster? Have you not heard? That is the giant Goliath. He fights for the Philistines. Yes, he is monstrous. We are all terrified to fight him, and no one is brave enough. I am ashamed. But for the one that does defeat him, the brave one, they shall receive great wealth and the king's daughter's hand in marriage. I can fight Goliath, for God is much bigger than he is, and God fights for me. The Israelites laughed at David because he was so small, and they thought it was funny to think of him fighting Goliath. King Saul, though, heard of David's bravery and requested to meet with him. David, what makes you think you can take down such a giant? Why could you, a boy, a tiny boy, with no training, no muscles, no meat on his bone, take down such a giant like Goliath? My king, I have protected my father's sheep for as long as I have lived. One day when I was tending to the sheep, a lion came by and picked up one of the sheep in its mouth. I was not afraid. I was brave, and I took my sling and I shot a rock at the lion, hitting it square in the head. I knocked the lion out and then took the sheep from its mouth and saved it. If God gives me the strength to take down a lion, then God will give me the strength to take down Goliath. David had convinced the king, and so the king dressed David in his finest armor. David could not move in the armor, though, and did not want to wear it. He walked down to the river, picked up 5 smooth stones, and walked to battle. When Goliath saw David, he laughed and said, Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? I will give your flesh to the birds and the wild animals, David. You come against me with a sword, Goliath, but I will come against you with the Lord. Then David pulled out his slingshot and fired a stone at Goliath's head. Goliath fell over and died. David had won. David got on top of Goliath and cut off his head and brought it to King Saul. The Philistines saw that their champion had fallen, and so they ran away. The Israelites chased after them. Then they raided the camp of the Philistines. David, you have made me very proud. Whose son are you? I am the son of your servant Jesse of Bethlehem. David grew up to become a very rich and powerful man, and he married King Saul's daughter.